When I look into the man in the mirror, I remember the days where I didn't respect this guy. I didn't like this guy. I couldn't stand this guy. I hated the guy in the mirror. Now you probably wonder, Zay, why did you hate the man in the mirror? You're supposed to love what you see in the mirror. Well, that wasn't my case. Because every time I looked in the mirror, like I said, I hated him. I had no respect for the man that I was seeing in the mirror. A lot of these thoughts were coming to my mind. I had terrible self thoughts, terrible self talk. I had terrible uh, internal thoughts about myself. I had a terrible identity about myself. Constantly, it was always I wasn't good enough. Why are you like this? Why do you look like this? You're behind. You're a liar. You know how many people don't want to be around you? Why you don't have love in your life? It's always your fault. You would never take your mom out of this situation. God doesn't love you. No matter what you do, God will never love you because you made too many mistakes. You made too many mistakes, and it was come to the point I used to believe those thoughts. It was terrible for me. And I thought that's who I was. I thought that the man in the mirror, the thoughts that I had in my head, the thoughts I would say into this mirror was accurate. So I didn't even give myself a chance. So what is the effect of that? A lot of hesitation for goals because I'm thinking I'm not good enough. Overthinking, overthinking, self-sabotaging relationships, self-sabotaging myself. Because my identity, the man that I seen in the mirror, I didn't respect him. The man I saw in the mirror, his talk, his self-internal talk was so toxic, so corrosive that it was impossible for me to think on a higher level. Moving away from the most high because I was a liar, because I wasn't the man that I wanted to be, the man that was supposed to make my mom proud. I wasn't supposed to take my moms out of here. I was supposed to be the man that helped people. I did so many things wrong. So I'm like, man, if I pray, God's not gonna listen to me. That's not true. And being inconsistent with everything that I'm doing because I'm not good enough. So what's the point? Right? Lack of confidence. You have a lack of confidence because of the self-talk, because of how you speak to yourself. How can you be confident? When you go out into the world demands confidence from you because the world's going to knock you down, because the world's going to tell you you're not good enough, because the world's going to expect more from you, or it's going to demand things from you. So it has to come from here. It has to come from your heart. It has to come from the mind. It has to come from what you see in the mirror, the work. So one day, and this was going on for years, I told you I would pass by a mirror, didn't like what I see, you know, didn't truly believe in myself, thought I wasn't good enough, thought I wasn't attractive enough, thought I wasn't. People used to always say, well, you got a bunch of potential, man. You got it. You could do this. You could do that. But I didn't see it in myself. So it didn't matter what other people saw. It's about what I saw in myself. And for what I saw in myself wasn't the man that I respected. It was the man that I hated. It was the man that I wish I could change, but didn't know how to change. So one day, I said, why am I talking to myself like this? Why am I talking to myself like that? Because as a matter of fact, the more you talk about yourself in that way, people start looking at you like that. You start walking different. You start walking like you're not confident. You start walking like you're not good enough. You start having this aura that people shouldn't even trust you. And I said, you know what? I had the man in my head. I had this man in my vision that he was going to do great things. But I had to change the way that I speak, and it was difficult. It was difficult because that's all I knew. That's all I knew was the non-confident man, was the self internal toxic thoughts, right? The liar, undisciplined one, non-consistent one, right? Always making excuses, self-sabotaging. That's all I knew. So the shift was going to be difficult, be really difficult. So instead of me saying I'm not good enough, no, I am. I am good enough. I am. I am. Oh, God doesn't love you. No, God loves me. God gave me another chance to live. So he loves me. You're behind. No, I'm actually on track. I'm actually on track. The day that I wake up, the day that I make that first step, I am on track. Making those shifts from a negative to a positive, shifting my self-talk to benefit me. Every time I hear those, I still get those negative thoughts from time to time. I would just laugh at it. Don't even entertain it. Because the more I entertain it, I start seeing my mood shift. I start going back into that old man, that old boy that used to look in the mirror and couldn't even look himself with respect and pride and happiness and confidence. No. So I laugh at it. And it's I like to laugh every single day. So that it's a good laughter. So like I said, I had to change my mindset. I had to put in the work. I had to put in the effort. I had to turn the man I see into the mirror by changing my daily habits, by changing the way I speak, changing the way I think, changing the way I pray, changing the way I eat, changing the way I act, changing the way I talk, changing the way I smell, changing the way I walk, changing the way how I view the world, how I view myself. And that took work, that took effort. But I'm in a place right now where I said, I don't hate the man in the mirror. I love the man in the mirror. I asked the man in the mirror to change his ways. And I did. And he did. By the grace of God. I never want to be back in that situation no more. I never want to be that man in the mirror where I did not like myself. I did not want to. That's why I'm making it in the bathroom today, because I remember bathroom was the time where I would cry a lot, would talk bad about myself a lot. I would hate myself a lot. But I don't want to do that no more. It's not me. I want us to love ourselves. I want us to appreciate ourselves. I want us to give ourselves respect, even if the world doesn't give us our respect. And it all starts with your self-talk. It all starts with you respecting yourself by your daily habits, by the things that you do, how you walk, and how you look at yourself. I thank the old man in the mirror. I thank him. I thank him a lot because he built me from what I am today. Now, I love the man in the mirror.